I've spoken to people, insiders at Google, people that have been whistleblowers. It's very difficult for Congress, for the Senate, even for, I'm guessing, for the Attorney General of the state of Texas, for us to understand the complexity behind what they do, because they create artificial intelligence that can then operate on its own. It is rewarded by our behavior. So for example, and I mean, and I hope I can explain this to y'all out there listening really quickly, but for example, if your child goes on YouTube a lot and your child is watching certain videos and the artificial intelligence says, yeah, these are good videos that your kid should be watching. Now I'm going to reward them. I'm going to direct them to a video now that has a little bit more, is a little bit older than their age, is going to make them more addictive to coming back to YouTube, because I'm going to feed them what they want, what they mentally are desiring on YouTube. And I've talked to insiders who've said that. How difficult is it for you to have the right people on your team to say, hey, what can we do to investigate? I mean, these behemoth corporations with all this power and all of this intelligence and technology.
Well, it's really challenging. I mean, we started, as soon as I got reelected, we started going to California. We met with professors, we met with technology experts, we met with lawyers. And the challenge is we don't have all those resources in-house. We don't have these people that are experts on technology, who are cutting edge on algorithms and how, these technology companies are operating. So we've had to go outside, and we've had to spend money. And that's been challenging, because then when I try to get money for my budget, Google has gone and lobbied against me in my own legislature to try to stop me from getting funds to figure out it's crazy. They nearly,
what? I didn't even know this. They're doing this?
Absolutely. I had to fight harder for my budget this year than I've ever had to fight. And I'm convinced that some of these companies like Google knew if they could cut off my funding, which they tried to do. I tried to get special funding for a Google case. And then they tried to cut my budget by 25%. I would have had no chance, zero. And it would have been over, and they would have won if they could have cut off my funding. And that's what they were trying to do. So that's what we've been doing. We've been trying to understand, and that's why we targeted Google first, because we felt like we had a pretty darn good case, and we still do, that we filed in Texas, that shows that they are a monopoly and that they control almost all the advertising on the internet, whether they represent the buyer, the seller, and they control the exchange between the two.
That's
they
absolutely
pretty
true.
much dominate.